and we are here. We catch up with Coach P. I'm your special guest host, Todd Pryor, filling in for Nia, and we are here with Coach P. How you doing, Coach P?
I'm great. I'm great. How you been doing, Ty?
I'm doing good, doing good. So I hear that tomorrow is Northside versus Southside, the city of Muncie, championship battle of Muncie.
Oh yes, tomorrow is a great rivalry. With Northside, Southside meeting. This is going to be a great game because this season we only play them one time.
Yes, sir.
In the past, it was always two games, one in January, one in February. But this year we're only playing one time. It's all the marbles. You know, bragging rights. King of the city
Yes,
in middle
sir.
school basketball for sixth grade. And so we're excited to have them come over tomorrow night in our gym, home of the Panthers, and really show them who we are. And we're looking for a great crowd to come out tomorrow night. Um, the atmosphere, the energy, electrifying. Cheerleaders are going to be screaming. Student session's going to be crazy. Like it used to be back in the 80s when you had the city rivalries. And so that's the atmosphere that we want to build. That's the atmosphere that we want. So we want we want that city to come, the whole city to come out and support these young men, whether it's North Side, whether it's South Side. We don't care. Just come out for a great basketball game.
Yes, sir. So is it going to be like how it was back in the day between Central and Southside? Are we trying to get that atmosphere back into Muncie basketball?
Well, you can't forget about North Side back in the day. The 1980s North Side, Muncie Central, Muncie South Side. Whenever those three teams met each other, it was electrifying. And the student session, the band, everything about that whole season of those three schools meeting each other, whether it was a Central South Side game or a North Side Central game or North and South, it didn't matter. You got a great game. It was electrifying. Some games went down to the wire, where you didn't know who the last team that had the possession would probably win the game. You have coaches up and down the sidelines and really coaching, and that really inspired me to get into coaching
Yes, sir.
because just being part of that atmosphere.
Yes, sir. So basically, how did you stop Hezekiah Smith, Michael Woods? How do you stop those two main scorers who are part of the Northside Titans?
Well, Northside, like you said, Northside got two great players over there, and Hezekiah Smith and Michael Woods. And so I had a chance to watch those players play three times this season, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to watch them. Um, they're very good players. They are very skilled players at their age and at this level. It's going to be hard for us to slow them down, and it's going to be times where we're going to have to, put other players on either those two. Um, but we do have a game plan for them. I'm not going to give my game plan away for you tonight, but we got a game plan for them, and we're looking forward to it.
Because I know I've been in some of the practices. I've been looking at some of the practices over break, and we they really could gel together as a team compared to when they first started out right before Newcastle and Delta. Do you think that having these good practices can they finally translate it over and play a complete game against a powerful team like the Northside Titans?
Well, what we did over break, Tom, we went back to basics,
Yes,
and
sir.
the basics is going back to fundamentals. Learning, really going over honing in on your skills, and really going over um, basic fundamentals that help us get better every day. Coaches sometimes forget about doing fundamentals drills and fundamentals activities to help your players along. It's okay to have the X's and O's, to
Yes,
have
sir.
the plays, but you can't execute the plays without fundamentals. And so we really horn in on fundamentals this the last 2 weeks a break. I think we went over plays maybe once or twice, but every day that we practiced last week was over fundamentals
Yes,
and
sir.
doing different drills to help our players get better.
Yes, sir. Do you think that communication is going to play a key part in this win or loss against a team that is kind of fundamentally sound in Northside? How can your team, the Southside Panthers, can they find that communication when that communication is needed when it's crunch time?
Well, I would say we're hoping that communication, we communicate not today. I really went over how important it is for us to communicate and how important it is for us to talk to each other, especially on defense out there, and really telling the players or you're telling your teammates, hey, okay, I got your back. Go ahead and do, I got you. I got you covered. Communication is very important in basketball, on the defensive side, on the offensive side, even with the coaches. Communicate even with myself, communicate with my players, and letting them know what is that place I need you to be, where I need you to be at, or this is the play that I need you to do. And so we really horned to that tonight, and I really preached that tonight about communicating and how important it is for us to do that tomorrow.
Yes, sir. What measures do you take to ensure a positive and encouraging team culture, especially considering the diverse backgrounds and experience of these middle school students?
Well, one thing I do try to teach our players is we are family. We all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different lifestyles. Um, some of these kids have seen some things that adults have not seen or been a part of. And so you really want to talk to the kids. You really want to communicate with them. You really want to make them know that, hey, I'm here as coach. If you need to talk to me, my door's always open. You really want to tell them that, hey, we're a family. We're one unit. When you hurt, we hurt. When you rejoice, we rejoice. You know, and it's very important that a child or a team or even players know that, hey, coach got my back or my team has my back. No matter what you're going through.
Yes, sir. So I see we got time for a couple more questions. So my question is for you, Coach. Y'all coming into this game 4-0. Y'all beat Delta. Y'all beat Inspire, beat Monroe Central, and Newcastle. With this, if y'all do get this win tomorrow night against Northside, will this propel your team to go into an undefeated season? Will this win just
Let me stop right there, Todd. It's okay to, as the fans, it's okay for parents, it's okay for the school, even the classmates, teachers, or whoever, cheerleaders or mascots. It's okay for them to preach undefeated, but for us, it's one game at a time. Northside is just on the schedule for tomorrow, you know. So it's just the next game up, and that's our mindset. The next game up. Do we want to beat Northside? Yes. Is this a city rival? Yes. Is it going to be electrifying? Yes. But it's just another team that's on our schedule. And so I really don't preach undefeated season or um, we can do, if we win this game tomorrow, you know, our season's made. You have some coaches that got this, that will have that game circled on the calendar, and that's the only game they're looking at. And if they beat that team on that calendar, that they got that team that's circled on that calendar, they beat them, that's their season. They call that a successful season. What I call a successful season is it don't matter if you 1-5 or you 1-18. If you play together, you play hard together. If we go out and play good basketball, no matter from the first game to the last game, and hell, we can lose all the games. But if we play together and each player on that team progress better from day one to the end of the season and got better, then hell, that's a great season. That's an awesome season. It don't matter about what the record is. All that matter is if this team or and players is progressing in the right way from when we started in preseason until we ended the season. Then our players improve. And if you can check those boxes, then you had one heck of a season. Because it should always be about, did my players improve? Now, hell, do you want to go 10-0? Yes. Was it great that we went last year 10-0? Yes. But that do not make the season. That do not make the pinnacle. As I told my team, and I keep on preaching to my players, we're climbing this mountain. And every day that we climb this mountain, every practice that we climb the mountain, every game that we climb the mountain, by the time we get to the top of the mountain, we should be a team that we can go back and say, okay, this is where I started from.
Yes, sir.
This is how much I've improved.
Yes, sir.
And so the answer to your question is, yeah, we're 4-0. If we win tomorrow night, we'll be 5-0. But do that define your season? No. What define your season is how much did that player improve? How much did we improve as coaches? How much did we improve as a team? That's define you as either you had a good season or a bad season.
Well, we're all out of time here. Coach, I'd like to thank you for being here and answering these questions, and good luck tomorrow as you take on the Northside Italians.
Yes. Well, Tom, thank you for coming into the Panther Den. What we want is everybody come out tomorrow, man. We want to pack this house out tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. We play Northside. Tomorrow is Red and Black Day, so we want everybody to come out dressed in red and black.
Yes, sir.
And really come out. And not only if you cheer for us, that's great. If you cheer for Northside, that's great. But just to come and cheer for this teams. Both teams are coming in here. They both are local players from two different middle schools. They go on to one high school at Central. And so we are just a feeding program for Central, but we want to come out and support these players. Whether you're a Northside fan, whether you're a Southside fan, or whether you're just a basketball fan.
Yes, sir.
Just come out and enjoy yourself at 5 o'clock and watch the show.
Yes, sir. Well, we'd like to thank everyone that tuned in to tonight's broadcast of Catching Up with Coach P. I'm your main man, Tom Pryor, signing off.